Hi Taurus, how are you? Welcome to your reading. This is your December 2022 predictions. It is so lovely to have you here. And as you know, this is of course Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And make sure you check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising, because checking the three gives you this understanding of, a full round understanding of your energy, of what's going on in the month of December. So I highly recommend it. But if you don't have the time, at least make sure you check out your rising, because you will find that it is the sign that will resonate with you the most. A lot of the times you guys ask me, how do I find my rising? How do I find my moon? If you Google it, there are many websites that do that for free. You can type in your date of birth and your time of birth, and they provide this information free in a couple of seconds. Right away you can know what your moon sign and what your rising sign is. So my dear Taurus, so excited about your reading today. There's also, of course, a timestamp in every reading if you don't feel like watching the preparation part of your reading. Although there, as you can see, there are a lot of magic that happens during that time. You can always click on this timestamp and begin your reading. Right, my dear Taurus, let's see what is going on for you in the month of December. So right off the bat, we have Claw. Be careful, do not take risks. Let's put this right there and take a look at the rest of your cards. So you have the Knight of Swords with fighting. You have the Emperor with the Rebel. You have the Two of Cups. You have the Six of Pentacles, showing a beautiful cat here, right? Sorry, the Six of Pentacles. Okay, you have the Eight of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, all right? You have the Page of Pentacles and the Devil card. All right, let's take a look at your oracle cards really quickly. So you have the Moth and Eucalyptus, an ending, especially that this is the... what do they call it, this moth with that always has this death shape on it? Skeleton head moth, something like that. I'll remember right now, but this seems very significant in your reading. You also have clear away old energies right next to this ending here. Interesting. You have the Venus in Virgo with discrimination. All right, so what are we seeing here? Although it says, be careful, do not take risks, I'll get to what this card wants to say here. But I do see you, in fact, taking a grand risk this month, my dear Taurus. You're breaking the chains boldly, boldly. You know how the mother of, we say the mother of dragons, the breaker of chains. That's the type of energy that I see in your month of December. You're breaking certain chains this month and healing from a situation that was very challenging. And with all the rust on this knight's armor, I see that it was a situation that rusted, or as I want to say, it's been there for a long, long time. Perhaps it felt it was never ending. You had to continue to live your life, do the regular things, but you had to fight for it, because we see people fighting in the background. So although you were going about it, you had solutions to the situation to live your life in the way that you needed to, but it was taking a toll on you. It was very stressful. Every time you wanted to do something, you had to fight your way through it. And you were genuinely very tired, Taurus, with this person or this situation. We see someone with red eyes. You weren't well rested. You were tired of being on your toes all the time, ready to defend yourself, ready to fight for something, ready to just do the regular things that perhaps people do every day in an easy way. So this month, you're ending a very critical situation, and we keep seeing in your reading the idea of finally resting, because with the moth and the eucalyptus, you have the eucalyptus. We know that it's used to help us relax and soothe ailments. So there's a lot of healing here. And the Two of Cups, we see the two snakes, just as the Casadeuas. Again, we get the idea that you're healing this month. This Six of Pentacles shows a cat feeling home, you know, resting. It looks like it's sitting in a very comfortable place. So yeah, we get the idea that this month you're finally ending something big. Something toxic with the devil here, and with all of the energies that we're seeing, but especially with the devil here. This was something very toxic. A toxic person, a toxic job, a toxic place, a toxic friend, a toxic partner. Yeah, something that had a huge effect in your life, and we see the doors finally opening, and I do see you starting anew. There's quick movement here this month with clear away old energies. You're bringing an end to this situation for sure. And like I was saying, this is not the skull moth. It's called the death head moth. Yeah, hawk moth, the death head hawk moth. And so because it has a skull on its head, it is a symbol of an ending to something and a beginning to something else. And that's why you have an ending here. And you know, this looks to me that you're going to be doing it peacefully with the dove here. Perhaps now, this is why it says, be careful, do not take risks. So I do see that you're moving or you're leaving this situation, but you're doing it very peacefully, Taurus. You're not, it is bold, don't get me wrong. It's a very, very bold move, but you're breaking the chains peacefully. And I wanted to say that it's not only with the dove that I see that, but also with the death head hawk moth. It's nocturnal, I think is, you guys keep correcting me. Nocturnal, I think. Yes, nocturnal insect, meaning that it navigates in the night. So I see that you're moving calmly, perhaps even without announcement, it looks like. So yeah, you're moving peacefully, calmly, without causing much of a stir. You're not letting the other person or the other entity or whatever it is in on exactly what you're doing, but you're taking yourself out of a toxic situation and you're making a great start for yourself. I see that in the month of December, Taurus, you're healing. You're feeling home, because that's what the cat is giving me here in the Six of Pentacles. You know, the Six of Pentacles, a lot of the times, is a card about charity, to be granted something. So you're being granted another opportunity where you get to boldly say, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore, because now I can depend on maybe a new income, or I can depend on another person to help me, or I can depend on myself because I have this and this and that. So you're granted something that will give you the capability to leave away this old stressful energy and feel at peace. So much healing for you, Taurus. This is very clear in your reading, but so much boldness at the same time. And it seems like this is happening rather quickly, my dear Taurus. You're moving from an environment, as your card suggests here, that was kind of discriminative, meaning discriminative doesn't necessarily have to be discriminative, but it could also give the energy of someone fighting with you, competing with you, treating you badly in specific for one reason or the other, or an entity that wasn't treating you in a fair way. So you're saying goodbye to this entity, leaving it behind, and you're calmly moving in December to something new. Now, moving, I say this loosely. It could be that you are moving physically, or it could be that you're no longer dealing with this person, moving away from them and getting into much nicer energies in the month of December. Much nicer, soothing energy in this December, my dear Taurus. So happy for you that this is all happening very calmly and smoothly, peacefully. And I see something very specific. I know it's a general reading, but I like to tell you what I see. I see a lot of cats and dogs, right? Maybe some of you are leaving with your pet. Maybe this is significant for you in your reading. You know, another thing that I'm noticing, my dear Taurus here, I see a lot of cupboards. I see a lot of bags. And this could tell me that this month, especially that it says clear away old energies, you could be clearing out your cupboard. It seems, you know, you're opening your cupboards, you're taking out things that maybe you haven't checked or seen in months or maybe even years. You're clearing it out. You're, you know, deciding, do I need this? Do I need that? Keeping what's important and clearing out old energies of things that you don't need, passing it out to someone perhaps, or throwing away what is useless. You know, a lot of cleaning out cupboards, whether this is physically or energetically. So you're really reassessing everything this month, my dear Taurus. Everything. It's like you are preparing yourself for a new life. And you're not taking that lightly at all. You're like, let me begin a new start, a new life. Let me clear things out and clear the energy and keep it a nice, clean space that is very healing. That is also something that is very clear in your reading this month, my dear Taurus. So, wow. It looks like you're preparing for a soft, beautiful new beginning. And you know, Taurus, you like your environment to be clean and aesthetically pleasing. That's for sure. That's definitely a Taurus thing. So you have the Three of Wands with experiencing. You have the High Priestess with inner voice. You have the Justice card. You also have the Temperance card. How interesting. Okay. Like a lot of major arcana here all of a sudden. You also have the Knight of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Wands. The Seven of Wands. And you have the Ace of Cups. 2 aces already. We clearly saw that you're beginning anew. I'm not surprised with both aces appearing in your life. I'm not surprised that you have a lot of major arcana showing that there is a major shift, major new beginning for sure in the month of December. You're changing a lot of things in your life. Some of it as well could be legal, it seems. So you have embrace friendship. You have Venus in Sagittarius, again with flirtation. You might have a placement in Aries. They got that this month as well. And let's pick up a tea leaf for you. You have wall, misunderstanding. Okay, so what are we seeing here? Again, this connection between you and someone, or between you or with a company or something that we previously saw in your reading keeps coming up. This looks like it's major in your life this month. But I see something pretty interesting here. I see that nobody can come near you any longer with the Seven of Wands. You're in a higher plateau, and although you have people that may want to try to get at you, they're no longer able to do that, my dear Taurus. You're standing in a much stronger position now. Again, we see with the wall here, these people that perhaps used to fight with you, that used to cause trouble, as we saw in your previous pile, are no longer able to access you, it seems, with this great wall. And so the funny thing that I see here with embrace friendship and flirtation and the Ace of Cups, it looks like these new boundaries that you're setting because of that bold move, major move, in fact, that you're taking, where you're taking command of your life with the Ace of Wands here. Again, we see it with the Knight of Pentacles, making sure you take your power back to you. We see that it's balancing this connection out, you know? It looks like this person is quite important to you, or this maybe organization, even if it's not anymore in your heart, it has a major role. Let's say it has a major role in your life, and sometimes maybe you want to fully separate yourself from it. It seems with the one body here, but you can't always separate yourself fully. Again, we see it with the new moon. It's like the body is another face. Do you see that? The similarity. So I'm kind of getting that, again, the white and the black within the same person. I'm getting the idea that although there are strong boundaries, they can't come near you, but you also aren't able to 100% extract yourself from this situation. Maybe it's your country, maybe it's your family, maybe it's a spouse that you share children with, and maybe it's someone that works within the same company. You can like avoid them, but they're still there. That's the kind of energy that I'm seeing. But overall, the nice thing that I'm seeing in your reading, my dear Taurus, that although there are strong boundaries, because of that bold move that you're taking and the strong boundaries and the better position that you're in, it looks like your relationship with this entity or with this person is improving. We have the Ace of Cups, flirtation, embrace, friendship. It looks like you're going to be experiencing your world in this place or with this person in a far different way. So let's say, for example, this is your ex-partner and you share children. Now that you've separated and for one reason or the other, you're in a better place, maybe by law, you are protected or something. Now your connection is peaceful and balanced, and you're able to, speak to each other in a more pleasant way. Or if this is a colleague, maybe because of your new position, they can no longer come near you. There are strong boundaries. And now you're experiencing them not being discriminative any longer, and not being nasty any longer. You're experiencing the connection in a much more pleasant way this month, my dear Taurus. That's lovely news here. So although you're keeping yourself away, you are happy to know or to feel that things are balancing out so that whatever is important can continue to function peacefully, Taurus. In fact, speaking of which, I'm seeing ice that is melting. So it could be hard to believe that because of all the nastiness that we saw in the previous pile, maybe, the devil card and everything, maybe it's hard to actually believe that things might be a bit more pleasant, but it looks like things are gonna melt. Maybe this person would reconsider what they're doing, or with the new boundaries, they might be intimidated or afraid of what you can do now that you're in a good position. I see that the ice is now melting. Your connection together is becoming, might I say, warmer, a bit warmer for sure. And that's something that you're gonna like, my dear Taurus. Also, I'm noticing something quite interesting for you this month. It looks like you were in a risky situation, maybe in the past couple of months or something, because I see a wall guarding against a horrible fall here. So it looks like this month you are guarded and protected from a situation that you were very afraid of in your heart in the past. Maybe you felt like, oh my God, what if this happens? I'm gonna fall. What if that happens? I'm gonna be in trouble. Something like that. And I see that this month you're carefully planning your steps ahead with the Knight of Pentacles. You're being very responsible. You're taking educated decision with the Temperance and the Justice and the Knight of Pentacles. You could even be seeking professional guidance, or it could simply mean that you're being very careful about reading the small print, about planning your situation very well, asking and making sure that you are risk-free and protected from any situation that you could have been afraid of. And I see that this month you're doing something. I'm going to check out for you what this is, but you're doing something brilliant. You're taking slow steps, but these slow steps are slowly, totally protecting you from a rather risky situation that you were very afraid of, Taurus. Let's check for you what that is. So you have the moon and the Six of Swords. You know, the moon does show that you were afraid of the unknown. You were afraid that you might have gotten yourself into some sort of danger. And I see here that although you could have been just like the Hanged Man, you could have risked yourself in this position. I see you being in an upright position this month. So you felt like you were going to be in a risk, or risked, someone's going to risk you. Now this month you're in an upright position, and slowly, we keep seeing slowly, you're in the right direction. If you continue to do what you're doing the right way and taking educated decisions the way you are, Taurus, you're slowly getting yourself out of this absolute risky situation. You're standing strong on a stronger ground, and you're certainly in so many ways creating a new beginning for yourself. And I'm happy because, December is towards the end of the year. It looks like to me that you're beginning the next year, 2023, on the right foot. You're taking the right decision for yourself, balancing your life, making sure you are safe before anything else. And I do see that you're starting a new journey, a new beginning that is very pleasant, a journey that speaks to your heart, my dear Taurus. You're scratching the old and beginning anew. And I'm so proud of you and so happy for you, my dear Taurus. May you always be blessed, safe, and experience a life full of joy. This was your reading, my dear Taurus. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Please don't forget to check out my productivity book. My dear Taurus, this book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And I feel like this book could really help you out to set things straight and create new plans for the next year and actually go through with them with ease and a lot of enjoyment. And so if you would like to check it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And my dear Taurus, it was such a pleasure doing this reading for you. Thank you for tuning in. Love you. And I'll catch you in the next reading.